present. We discussed a personnel matter in closed session, which is going to lead to a resolution, which I'll add after the end of the, at the end of the consent agenda. It'll be resolution R18-12-340. And we'll have that separate outside the consent agenda. We'll now open up the first public portion. Anyone wish to speak on any agenda items, please raise your hand. Mr. Polidoro.
Good evening, Council. Ray Polidoro from the Historic Village of Ariel.
Good evening.
I trust everybody had a wonderful Christmas. Enjoyed your family. Very nice. Resolution 18-12-339 with the Municipal Joint Insurance Fund. How will that be funded? Self-funded, or will there be a third party?
Mr. Cardis, if you could explain that, that is a group of municipalities that are part of this, and a commissioner for our respective township has to be identified. That's the role you play, and there will be an alternate insurance fund commissioner, which will be our CFO.
So, the township has a broker record for its general liability, property, and casualty. That broker is charged with determining what the best scenario is for the township to be insured. We have been fully insured for the past several years. It is the recommendation of the broker that we join the GIFML. The mayor and I met with representatives of the GIFML, and we agree that we should be a member of the GIFML. We have a proposal from them. We believe that it is a financially advantageous proposal. It will cover not only the general liability, property, and casualty. It will also cover a self-funded work comp. It actually brought down the per claim from the $650,000 for an officer down to $500,000. It brought for non-officers it down from $550,000 down to $500,000. You'll see a resolution here rejecting what was previously awarded to Safety National, because under the GIFML there is already insurance for excess workers' comp. And there is also a TPA associated with this. That will be the same TPA that we use for our workers' comp now, which is AmeriHealth. And all of the general liability, property, casualty, all that stuff will be carried through the GIFML.
Okay. Does the broker have a name or firm name?
Connor Strong is the broker.
Is this something that
It was
munis-
awarded by an RFP.
Okay. Now, in this, when this joint fund begins, again, will this be self-funded, or will there be another agency or third-party agency that is combining the efforts for the different municipalities throughout the county?
In actuality, it is one large self-funded pool. There are many municipalities that are in here. I believe there are also some MUAs in here. I don't have the list. Actually, I do have a complete list. Other towns in there are Voorhees, Audubon, Barrington, Belmar, Berlin, Camden City Parking Authority, Cherry Hill Township is a member of the GIFML, Chiselhurst, Clementon, Gibbsboro, Gloucester City, it goes on. There's probably 40 or 50 towns that are part of it. It is one big self-funded pool. So if the fund does well, there are actually dividends that are issued to the various towns. I don't know exactly how they're calculated, but checks come back in or credits go to the following year premiums. They call them assessments rather than premiums. We're fully insured, it's a premium. Under this program, it's called assessment.
And not that I know the world of this, but so that I have a little bit more knowledge of that. So we have a joint pool, let's say, for funding of this. Is there going to be an entity of any kind, a professional of any kind, that is overseeing this? Because with different municipalities involved, I would have to imagine there has to be one nucleus to take care of this fund.
Board.
I'm sorry?
There's a JIF Mel board that meets monthly, I believe it's monthly, and they review all the claims. One of the advantages of the JIF Mel is it has a lot of risk control measures in here. There are various courses you can take. There's prevention, education in here. There's driver safety. This expands beyond what was available to us previously under the fully insured, as far as preventive measures that can be taken.
And how is this board selected?
I don't know that. I would presume that it's selected by a vote of the members that are part of the JIF.
Would it be safe to assume that Gloucester Township would like to have a representative within that board, being one of the bigger municipalities?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I'm going to be designated as the representative from Gloucester Township that they'll deal with. And Christy Arrett, my CFO, will be the alternate, but I do not believe I actually physically sit on their board.
And my last question is, for those municipalities not participating, any penalty or consequences for them not participating in this?
No, it's strictly voluntary.
Voluntary.
Okay.
It was part of the process of obtaining quotes for insurance. We looked at fully insured, we looked at the JIF Mel, and we also looked at self-funding ourselves.
Okay. Did you happen to mention Camden City within this as well?
Yeah, you said the parking authority.
I think the parking authority, I don't think Camden City itself is a member.
Okay. Otherwise, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Mr. Sweet?
Sam Sweet from Ariel. Hope everyone had a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thank you for the card, Sam. Appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
I didn't think Orlando got it. I thought Orlando got it.
Go ahead, Sam.
Some things are just better left unsaid.
Okay.
With this JIF Mel, this came together pretty quickly, I'm assuming, or was it ongoing?
It was ongoing.
Because last meeting we voted on, you guys voted on,
We accepted bids and then accepted, was it safety national, surety national?
Yeah, let me,
But that bid process beforehand was, this JIF Nell conversation was taking place well before
correct.
those bids came in.
So, to clarify, there is a broker record for the general liability, property, and casualty. There is not a broker record for workman's comp for the third-party administrator and for the excess insurance on the workman's comp. So we put that out ourselves. And we voted on a response to an RFQ/RFP that we had put out ourselves. When we met with the JIF Mel, that's at the point where we found out that the workman's comp is also covered under there, and it was at a lesser cost for the excess insurance. Our excess insurance that we previously awarded was $113,000. The excess insurance under this program, which is the same coverage, is $101,000. So there's a savings of $12,000 there. So we rejected that. Plus, what I just indicated to you, what happens on an individual claim, is if you can get that $650,000 down, which we did to $500,000, that's money saved by us if we have a catastrophic claim.
okay, the JIF Mel was set up in 1987. Have we looked at this prior to this year, or,
Every year,
and so this is the first year that it became beneficial?
yes.
I'm assuming, okay. All right, with respect to Resolution 330, we're signing a temporary tenant lease with Simon Priet for Gloucester Town, basically Gloucester Township Police have a building there?
Well, they're gonna have the space there. This is something that I was talking to Dave earlier. It's something that both parties agreed to. It's a $1 lease and goes up till 2022, I believe, on the resolution.
$1 lease for
$1
the
lease
year?
For the year. So I would say substation, lack of a better word, chief,
Probably training center.
training center, okay,
Just because it won't be staffed.
okay, all right.
So it's a training facility? Is that what I'm hearing?
Training and meeting, for example, our Citizens Police Academy, instead of maybe being next school year, will be in that facility. And then training throughout the day. Officers go to training classes, pretty often.
Okay, all right, just wondering what it was for. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Anyone else? Seeing none, we'll close the first public portion. Proclamation.
Whereas human trafficking is a borderless crime against individuals that violates the most basic human rights and deprives victims of every shred of personal freedom. And whereas human trafficking occurs when a person is recruited, harbored, obtained, or exported through force, fraud, or coercion for the purpose of sexual or labor exploitation, involuntary servitude, or other types of mental and physical abuse. And whereas human traffickers target impoverished and marginalized children, women, and men, isolating them from society and supportive networks, and exploiting them for personal and monetary gain. And whereas the United Nations Internal Labor Organization has estimated that at least 24.9 million adults and children worldwide are currently in forced labor, bonded labor, or forced prostitution, and it is estimated that more people are now harmed by human trafficking worldwide than have been at any other point in human history. Women and girls are disproportionately affected by forced labor, accounting for 99% of victims in the commercial sex industry and 58% in other sectors. And whereas many victims trafficked in the United States do not speak or understand English and are unable to communicate to seek rescue. Under U.S. law, any person under 18 involved in the commercial sex industry is considered a human trafficking victim, and victims include U.S. citizens and documented immigrants. And whereas the Township of Gloucester recognizes that New Jersey is a prime location for human trafficking because it's a major national and international transportation corridor and a culturally diverse state. And whereas the Township of Gloucester commends the work of the New Jersey Coalition Against Human Trafficking for its statewide efforts to end human trafficking through education, advocacy, and assistance to survivors, and to improve coordination and visibility of New Jersey's commitment to end human trafficking. Now therefore be it proclaimed that on behalf of the Township of Gloucester, David Mayer, Mayor of the Township of Gloucester, and Miranda Mercado, President of the Township Council of the Township of Gloucester, hereby designate January 11, 2019, and each year as Human Trafficking Awareness Day in the Township of Gloucester, to raise awareness of the signs and consequences of human trafficking, promote opposition to human trafficking in all of its forms, and to encourage support for the survivors of human trafficking throughout the state of New Jersey and across the world, to put an end to this criminal activity and restore freedom and dignity to its survivors.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. We'll now have ordinances. We have one ordinance. It's the second reading. There will be a public hearing. Ordinance 0-18-14, ordinance of the Township of Gloucester, County of Camden, State of New Jersey, adopting amendment number 6, amending ordinance 0-02-30, commonly known as the New Vision Redevelopment Area Plan, to establish the New Vision Single Family Residential Overlay District. This amends the previous ordinance to add the New Vision Single Family Residential Overlay District. It's allowing residential homes in this area. These are single family residential homes. With that, we'll open up the public hearing for this ordinance. Mr. Sweet.
Sam Sweet from Ariel again. Didn't have time to go through the entire thing real quick. How many homes are we putting here? And this is the Nike base, correct?
Mr. Lechner, yes. Mr. Lechner?
I believe it's up to 7, based on the density, 75.
And are these single-family homes?
Yes.
Detached?
Yeah.
Okay, and I guess my other question is on item J. It says affordable housing. It says it shall be exempt from the inclusionary requirement. Are these affordable housing or these, I guess,
They would pay a developer fee. As you've seen, that Mr. Leck, I'll let you, this is in your wheelhouse. Go ahead.
Inclusionary means it would be part of, within the development itself. Or, this ordinance would allow them to pay a developer fee, 1.5% is the right set back.
1.5% of the assessed value?
The equalized set value of that, and is
So times 72.
And roughly for a single family home, ballpark, $3,000 to $3,500.
Per home is 72 homes, so okay. That money, you said, goes into an affordable trust fund, and what's it used for? Okay. That's all I had. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Anyone else? Seeing none, we'll close the public hearing. I entertain the motion to accept the ordinance. So moved.
Second.
On the question, roll call, please.
Mr. Hutchison?
Yes.
Mr. Adams?
Yes.
Mrs. Winters? Mr. Venero?
Yes.
Mrs. Estrada? Yes. Mr. Mercado?
Yes. Next, we have our resolutions of consent agenda. Any council members that would like to move any items on the consent agenda, please speak up. Hearing none, I entertain a motion to move the consent agenda.
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Hutchinson. Thank you, Mrs. Winters. On the question, roll call, please.
Mr. Hutchison?
Yes.
Mr. Adams?
Yes.
Mrs. Winters? Yes. Mr. Venero?
Yes.
Mrs. Estrada? Yes. Mr. Mercado?
Yes. I want to add Resolution 3/18/12-340. This came out of our closed session. Resolution of the Township Council of the Township of Gloucester authorizing the township to process an involuntary disability retirement application. I entertain a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Mr. Hutchinson.
Second.
Thank you, Mrs. Trotter. On the question, roll call, please.
Mr. Hutchison?
Yes.
Mr. Adams?
Yes.
Mrs. Winters? Yes. Mr. Venero?
Yes.
Mrs. Estrada? Yes. Mr. Mercado?
Yes. With that, we'll open up, we did not receive any GTE Gov access emails. Now we'll open up our public portion. Anyone wishing to speak on any item, please raise your hand. Mr. Sweet.
Last week, it came to my attention that Gloucester Township was without ambulance service
Mr.
for a
Carter?
couple of days.
No, that's not correct. We had ambulance service. We were not at the level that we had agreed under the contract to be at, but we had ambulance service. We also brought in outside ambulance service. Virtual was brought in and stationed within the township. There were EMTs responding from SUVs, but we had ambulance service covered.
Has the problem been rectified since then with GTEMS?
We're working towards it, a resolution.
Okay, what was the problem?
Well, as Mr. Carter had said, their rigs were at full capacity. The number of rigs that they had on the street.
So they had rigs on the street.
They weren't to full capacity.
They were not full capacity. Can we be more specific? How many rigs do they have, and how many rigs were on the street, and how many did we need to call virtual for?
Do you have those numbers, Mr. Carter?
I do not have those numbers, no.
If I email you, can I get those numbers?
I guess if you email me, yeah, I can try to get you the information.
Okay.
I'll assure you that we're addressing this. We've addressed this before, this matter when it's come before us. So we're working very quickly on this matter.
I'm sure. I just wanted to, just what I heard, and wanted to bring it to council and see what the problem was. So apparently there's no problem now?
No, we're working to resolve it. You do know that this is a nonprofit organization that has this contract with the township.
It's a private organization
Absolutely.
that has a contract with GT,
We have a contract, there's some inquiries that are being made, and we're looking to resolve it.
but if they don't have enough rigs on the street,
And that's a problem,
mhm,
and that problem was addressed.
okay,
And we're going to continue to address some of the issues that they may be encountering.
just following up with it.
Thank you
Because,
for following
you know.
up.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Seeing none, we'll close the second public portion. Call the roll.
Mr. Bellinger?
Nothing to report.
Mr. Cordes?
Nothing to report.
Mr. Lerner?
I have nothing to report.
Mr. Burrow?
Nothing to report, thank you.
Mr. Cappo?
Nothing, thank you.
Mr. Hutchison?
Thank you for coming out and have a happy new year.
Mr. Owens?
Thanks for coming out tonight. Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year. Chief, as always, thanks to the police department and all first responders.
Mrs. Winters?
Thank everyone for coming out, have a safe and healthy, happy holiday season.
Mr. Neal?
Thank you all for coming out tonight, and let's everybody have a happy new year.
Mrs. Trotta?
Thank you for coming out, happy new year.
Mr. Mercado?
I want to thank everyone for coming out this evening. I want to thank the residents of our community that contributed to the Gloucester Township Mayor's Toys Drive. They said all the toys are gone now. Families are brought in and they have an opportunity to take a look at some of the toys for their children. So I want to thank our residents for contributing to that cause. We will have reorganization here on January 2nd at 6 o'clock with the workshop immediately following thereafter. So I'm going to wish everyone a Happy New Year. With that, I entertain a motion to adjourn. Thank you. All those in favor?
Second.
Thank you. Great evening.